You talked about being friendly with Paul Wolfowitz. Some journalists have been accused of being too close to the corridors of power. Judith Miller, somebody you've...
Oh, come on. You're not comparing... Come on,
I'm just
Chalabi,
saying,
the INC.
No, here's
Judy,
what I'm saying.
Judy was very close to that source. There's no doubt about that source. Was a problem
maybe
for her.
I shouldn't have brought her
It
up
hurt her.
in that way, but in the end, if you go to parties with people and you
Does
go to their
anybody
homes for
doubt
dinner,
my independence? I mean,
I'm
I
not
want to
talking
know
about you, Chris. I'm asking for your assessment, your evaluation as somebody who's in Washington of how the press corps has often been very chummy with politicians.
I think
parties.
the White House press corps has been too nice to Bush. I like the old days when Sam Donaldson there was kicking the president in the groin, when Leslie Stahl was doing the same, when Chris Wallace was doing it. There was an old days attitude about the press, which is your job is to challenge the president every day of the week on the facts. Your job is to make people question the president. I don't see that anymore. As I think David Broder was probably right. He's the dean, everybody calls him. And one thing I agree with him on is
one thing you're allowed to agree with him on.
One thing I agree with him on. I think he's sometimes, we disagree on some things. I don't think he catches some of the reality of politics. He's into the form and all, but I'm not sure he gets the magic of it. He said, keep your distance from everybody. Don't hang out with anybody you cover. Don't have any relationship with them so that when you have to put the knife in, you put it in. I think he's right. It's so hard, by the way. I'm writing a book and I'm talking about people I know, like John Kerry and people like that. It's very hard to be objective, and it's still, I'm tough, but it's, oh God, he's not going to like this. And you got to live with that. You got to go. George Will, who I don't agree with much, said you got to be able to be a sports reporter that walks right through the dressing room, the locker room, right after you trash the team. You got to be able to walk right through that. That's hard.
I know. It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. You feel like
you're
you're
confronted by somebody. Do you really feel that way about me, Chris?
You don't like me personally? Yeah, that's how it comes across.